Hey everyone, this is Buddy back with another video of the online streaming setup. Basically, we're going over backgrounds today. But first, let's look at the comments from the last couple episodes to address them. And we're back. So, the two categories for backgrounds when you're streaming anything online, so whether you're working, at school, streaming to a live audience, or making YouTube videos or whatever, you have both the real life background and the green screen background. So, a lot of popular video platforms like Zoom or Microsoft or whatever all give you the ability for you to change your background to a virtual background and make it like a green screen, so you can choose whatever image you want. So, with a green screen background, you have some pros and cons to it. So obviously with some of the pros that you have is that you have some manipulation and freedom of choice. So if you ever wanted to maybe go for a more relaxed vibe for maybe a classroom setting, you could, or if you wanted to be a professional background and maybe make it like your office background or something, if you're working, then you could do that as well. So you have some flexibility. So it's versatile and it can be very private for you because you don't have to show what's ever in your background because it hides it away with the green screen effect. It can be pretty nice, and especially people like this option for when they have a maybe messy room or something like that. So now the issues with the green screen background is that you can run into issues. You can have some maybe fuzziness around the sides, you can have it maybe not track you as well, and you might need to actually set up a green screen depending on how good your webcam or camera quality is, because it might not even look that good, and you might want to have a professional green screen so it actually can track it and make it look more realistic for you, because green screen backgrounds usually do not look that realistic. And this realism makes it less personable, and your audiences can kind of, lose interest in watching you or kind of get distracted about how weird and fake it looks. But it can actually be a pretty good choice for most people. Now the other option, like I said, is the real life background. So basically, whatever room you're in, just the stuff that's already there in the background. So the pros and cons with these are, the pros is definitely it looks more natural. It looks like you're in your room. You can see the things that you live with and that who you are as a person. You can set up things so there's something to look at, but not too much stuff, but it's definitely more personal and people can get a better sense of who you are and kind of what environment you're currently in and talking to them about. So they feel more connected to you. Now as for the cons, that kind of goes back on itself. The impressionism, as I like to say, is what do you have in your background? What kind of things do you have to make people wonder, what is back there? Why does he have all this sports stuff? Why does he have these trophies? Why does he have stuff like that? So it can lead to people making assumptions about you. It's also very public, so you need to make it sure it's kept, so organized, make sure it looks nice all the time, and that can kind of be a little bit time consuming depending on how your room is set up, so people might not like that, and they might not like that their stuff is public. So when people watch it, they can see all the stuff in their background, and they feel like an invasion of privacy. And then with some of the backgrounds, they're too distracting. There's too much stuff in the background. It's messy or cluttered or just so much stuff to look at. Makes it hard for them to pay attention. So I would say if you're going with a real life background, then make sure that the background matches your goals. So whatever you believe in, whatever you like people to see, and you keep it organized and simple. Not too simple that it's just a blank wall or that people wonder if you're in like a jail cell or something, but enough personality that kind of gives a little hint to some things that you have in your house that makes it kind of look nice, but also kind of keeps them focused and they have a nice overall picture to look at. And don't forget, make sure you guys stick up for your backgrounds. So kind of make sure that you have that confidence on your video, or if people ask you about things in your background, that you're happy to share about them, that you like that stuff and that you enjoy talking about it. So it's not just like oh, I have this thing in the background, I really hope they don't kind of notice that, and if they ask me about it, I'm gonna kind of shy away from answering. Wait, why did that thing go off? How long has that thing been off? And then last but not least, if you guys set up a green screen background, then make sure you choose the right background for it. So have a good webcam, or better yet, get an actual green screen if you want to use that so it actually looks good. And get some proper lighting on you and maybe your green screen so that the system can actually make use and make it look good. So it's not just like a half done kind of, hey, I threw this up because I'm embarrassed about my room kind of feel. And that it's actually legitimate professional professional background that you got to make it so that it's private, that you look professional, and that people can pay attention to what you have to say. You want it to be seamless and look good and realistic. If you guys are still watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It's free, easy, and you can undo it at any time. But that's been it for this video series on this. If you guys like these kind of videos, feel free to stick around and hit that subscribe button like I said. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.